you have to dress the body that you're in as if it was the body that you want. Because if you don't, every time you look in the mirror, you're not going to like what you see. And if you keep coming from that place of not liking what you see and not loving yourself, guess what? You're never going to lose the weight. You're never going to get to where you want to because you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're saying to yourself, I'm not good. I don't look good now. I can't wear clothes. I can't go out there, and then you think that that's going to motivate you to get out there and go to the gym and feel good. No, it's not. So what you have to do is dress this body that you're in, get the clothes in the size that you need to, that fit you and that look good on you. So if you're wearing a 12 and you want to get down to the 8, but right now you're not, get the 12s, get the larges, get the jeans with the stretch, put a belt on, let us see your waist, put a heel on, do your makeup, do your hair, go with the fabulous accessories. Don't hide in big black muumuus because that's just going to make you look worse. And you're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to like that either. So dress this body, fit it in the clothes, wear the colors that look good on you, wear the things that you like, and you'll start to feel good. And you'll be like, no, it's not quite where I want to be, but at least I feel put together. I feel pretty. I'm wearing beautiful colors. I'm wearing beautiful fabrics. I'm wearing a little heel. I blew out my hair. I've got makeup on, and that will take you to where you want to go.
Welcome to the Good Life Coach podcast. I am your host, Michelle Lamoureux. The intention of this show is to awaken you to your fullest potential. Join me each week for inspiring interviews to elevate an area of your life, as well as interviews with women entrepreneurs who are creating success on their own terms. Each episode provides actionable tips to guide you to design a life you love. Hey friends, it's Michelle Lamoureux and welcome back to the Good Life Coach podcast. Today we are going to have such a good time with one of your favorite guests. George Brescia is back on the podcast to talk about fashion and style for women in midlife so we can feel modern and put together when we're running out to the market, meeting friends, have something work related. He's going to help us get styled so that we feel our best. Just a little bit about George. He's been on everything from appearances on NBC's Today Show and other media, including doing regular carpet commentary and fashion reporting for CBS, ABC, NBC, and Fox, to covering the Tony Awards. And George has over 25 years of working with top fashion leaders. He styles A-list celebrities to everyday women looking to improve their appearance and gain confidence. He's an expert in helping women look and feel their best, and he's here to share his best tips with us today. He's also the author of a book that I absolutely adored, Change Your Clothes, Change Your Life, which is a fun guide that covers all aspects of styling yourself. Welcome, George.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good. You were so much fun. Everyone absolutely loved you last time. So I wanted to talk about style in midlife a little. I think women's bodies change because of hormones, and we just start losing track of what our style is and what's quote unquote appropriate. So I couldn't think of a better person than you. So I'm super grateful that you're back.
Well, thank you. I mean, listen, I think that, midlife, let's think about that for a second. What does that mean, midlife? I feel like women, as they get into their 40s and 50s and 60s and on, I think, they've been dressing a certain way for so long that it's really hard and challenging to be able to sort of see beyond that, right? So what do we do? That's where they know that they want to, but They just don't know, how do I do it? What do I do? And then I think sometimes when they start the process, it's yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, I thought I wanted this, but and so the thing is that a couple things. I feel like objectivity, can be a little challenging. So in my book, I talk about, get rent a George, a best friend, a girlfriend, maybe your local gay guy. Could it be your hairdresser? Could it be your local florist? I mean, listen, we're more than that, ladies. We're everywhere. So it doesn't have to be only that, but, just someone to sort of go through your closet with you and kind of help you purge things that you haven't worn in years, and then really start to look at your closet differently. I also think that it's really important to find out what colors do you look good in? What silhouettes do you look good in? And, how do you do this, right? Especially in midlife where it's do I really want to? the thing is you do, because you kind of want to think about it like your second chapter, like you're reinventing yourself, and I feel like the way to do it by yourself is to say, okay, what do I get compliments on in my closet? What do people respond to? And then you look at those items. What color are they? What kind of fit is it? We talked about this last time, but, and I'll repeat, a lot of the things that we said last time, but I think you can't hear it too much, which is to say that, it's like the compliment that you always want to hear is, wow, that jacket looks amazing on you, versus, wow, I love your jacket. Who gives a shit? Like, who cares if they like your jacket? Like, does it look good on you? Like, that's such a different compliment when someone says, you look amazing in that top. And that's why you'll hear your girlfriend or, like your mom or your sister or whatever, you'll hear them say, you know what? I got this top at Target. It was literally $45.
Totally.
I get so many compliments on it. Like, it's stupid. Well, that's because it's in a great color. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've worked with clients or I talk to women and it's like they've got like piercing blue eyes or big brown eyes or gorgeous green eyes. And I'll be like, well, do you have any green in your closet? No. Blue eyes. Do you have any blue in your closet? No. Brown in your closet? Do you have brown? No. Well, okay, wait a minute. Like, so, there's a little bit of, sort of like a sort of scientific approach to it, which is to say that you have your skin tone, right? A certain skin tone. Some people tan really well. Some people don't. Some people are a little more olive complected. Some people are very light skinned. And then you have your hair color, whatever hair color you have today, especially in midlife, right? Because maybe we're dyeing our hair, which is great. But like, so think about like what your hair color is today, not what it was when you were 25. And, and then you have your eye color. And so if you look at celebrities on television, you'll see that they're always illuminated in the right colors because the stylist takes into consideration those three things. Because it's like, how am I going to make, and that's what I do as a stylist. How am I going to make you look gorgeous? What am I going to do? And so, we have a color palette. It was really interesting. The other day I was watching the Today Show, which I have been on. And they had this woman, ladies, if you're in midlife, you're going to really relate to this. Color Me Beautiful from the 70s. I'm a winter. I'm an autumn. I'm a spring. I'm a summer. And I talk about that in my book, except I give you different names. I've called it a caviar or a honey or, and so they had Hoda and they had Savannah. And this woman, first she put the white sheet on them, just like in the 70s. And then she brought out the different color palettes. And of course, Hoda and Savannah loved the color palettes that they were not, because Hoda likes all that, like, bright color, and which is like a winter, like all those jewel tones and really saturated color. And she's much more of an autumn. She's got a very specific complexion, right? Because she's, so that skin is like, it's a, sort of a darker skin. And Savannah's very light skinned. And, and she liked more of like sort of the autumn colors, but she's so much better in the pastels. And I think that, like, first and foremost, I think that we get like stereotypical sort of ideas like, well, if I'm wearing pastels, then it's like I'm a little girl. Well, no, it's like that soft pink makes you look really good. So who cares? You know what I mean? And by the way, wear a soft pink leather jacket,
Ooh.
and wear it with like, a beautiful light blue cashmere underneath and a pair of ripped jeans and a pair of spiked heels if you want to look like really modern and cool and you don't want to look like a little girl. So I just think that it's all about, figuring out what you want to say, ladies. Okay, so here you are. You're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. What do you want to say at this point? I had an 80-year-old woman call me yesterday and, she wants me to do her closet and work with her. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, I just want, I just want to look great and get like a fresh approach to it. Like, I know I'm 80 and I know I've been dressing a certain way for all these years, but like, I'd love to get your take on it, So like, think of it that way. You're kind of like, you're giving yourself sort of like a refresh, and I think another great thing to do is go on Pinterest and, and look and see, and you can plug in anything. What do I do with a red dress? How to a sexy cocktail, refined, chic, classic, and you'll see all these looks come up, it can really help you to sort of get a feel and make what I call, and you've heard this before, and I'm sure you've discussed it on your show a million times, because people do, right? They do their vision boards, their mood boards. Do that for your style. Go and do tear sheets. Go through magazines. Oh, I like the way she looks. I like the way that. And put a whole board together. This is like my look. This is what I want to look like. I want to, not that you want to look like that girl, but you want to kind of dress like the way she's dressing, So I know I'm going on and on. So anyway, I'm dying to know some of the questions that they have.
Okay, so this is amazing. So I'm just going to unpack what you talked about. And I love that you started with colors. I've always thought that we're not taking advantage of, although I am wearing black, although I think that is one of my colors, but I think that we're not taking advantage of colors, like you said, to look and feel our best. So that's fantastic. And also you talked about starting in the closet, which is so important because we just want to go shop, but we have to purge what we've got first. And when you're talking about the Pinterest board, what I'm hearing too is you're just trying to get a sense of what styles you like. That's informing the look that really starting to resonate with you. And 100% agree that, how we dress, let's say even 10 years ago, might not really fit our lifestyle anymore. And it's time to evaluate that and make it fun. Yes?
Yeah, of course. Because you have to think about it like this, right? Like when a celebrity goes on a red carpet and they have to be themselves, or even when they go on a talk show, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that there is like a major discussion with the manager and the publicist and the agent and like the hair and the makeup? What are we going to say? What do we want to look like? What kind of a look are we promoting today, whether we're on the carpet or whether we're on a talk show, because all eyes are on that celebrity. But it's the same thing when you walk out your door. Exactly the same thing. What do you want to say? What do you want to look like? And I think that, forget about not only women, but just men and women, people don't think about that when they leave. They do when it's important.
Yes.
They do when they have a court date. They do when they have a big presentation at work. Yes. They do when they have to go to the parent-teacher conference.
Yes.
They do when they're going out with the new couple that they just met for dinner, or they're going out with the boss and his wife. Oh shit, I better pull it together. Oh shit, I better go get a cute dress. Oh God, I better go have my hair blown out. Okay, so why is that important? And then why is it not important to go to the grocery store? Because what happens is you go to the grocery store and you bump into the boss's wife and you feel like you look like shit. So what do? You put your hat down even further on your head, you flip up your collar, and you take that grocery cart and run the other way because you do not want to bump into her, because you're going to be like, oh, hi, don't look at me. I know, I just was like running errands. No. What I love it when people say that. What do you mean don't look at you? I am looking at you. We see you. How can I not look at you? You know what I mean? Or like, I love it when my clients will say to me, no, this sweatshirt doesn't matter. These jeans don't matter. This is just what I wear when I walk the dog. Like, no big deal. I'm like, girl, are you single? Did you want to stay single? Like, you're out walking the dog. What a great way to meet a guy. Not looking like that.
Yes.
And no one's saying that you have to put on a full face and like, a cocktail dress and heels to go walk the dog. But do you have to wear like the ripped sweats and the sweatshirt that you've had for like 5,000 years that makes you look like 90 years old? No.
Totally.
Put on a pair of cute jeans, put your hair in a ponytail, give yourself a little mascara, a little lip, and go walk your dog.
There we go. I love it. Because you're basically saying what we're putting on is a representative of how we are presenting to the world.
Right.
Because it's telling a story, right? Our clothes and our hair and our makeup is telling a story, whether we want it to or not.
That's exactly right. And here's the thing. If you don't think it does, then you stop yourself every time you pass a person on the street, or every time you pass a person in a restaurant or a shopping mall or wherever you are. You are judging them. You're saying, oh, look at her. She's wearing that. Oh, she must be this. Oh, maybe she's a doctor. Oh, maybe that. Oh, I love how she looks. Or, oh my God, did she just come from cleaning the house? You do it. And people are doing it to you. So I'm saying win at that game. It's really funny. I think that like I talked to so many different women, like all over the country and even from different countries. And I think that there's different cultures that promote different ways of being. And I will tell you, like I have found in certain cultures, my mother always told me, do not leave the house without a lip and a lash and make sure that you look amazing when you leave the house. You could be casual, and I never forgot that. So I never leave without a face. And I love that. You know what I mean? Like, and some women didn't grow up like that. And they're just like, they don't even know what they look like. And so, and the only reason all this matters is because it makes you feel a certain way. And if you're the woman that is always sitting, at the party and being like, why does she look so cute? Oh my God, she always looks cute. Or better yet, the kids' soccer game and being like, oh, I feel like such a schlunk. Look at that one. She looks so great in that little puffer jacket with her little cute sneakers and her little cute jeans. Where do you think she got that? I look like, the cleaning lady. Or if you're at like, the luncheon and you're like, oh, this dress makes me look 5,000 pounds. Like, it's hilarious. And I'm like, girl, all you have to do is just take a little extra time with yourself.
Yeah. 100%. I love this. It's really about looking and feeling your best so that you feel good in your skin. It's not a judgment on you. It's just, hey, right. You also have that potential. If you're noticing somebody looks great, you can pull that together too. It just takes a little bit of effort. That's all. It's just a little bit of time.
Yes.
Right?
And it also, yes. And I also think, and this sounds like, so like, like, oh God, all this like, new age, like, new age and spirituality, but it's true. It really is, it's just like, I wish I could really ingrain this in people. It's really self-love. It really is, because the thing is, you're taking time for yourself. Like you're stopping for a minute, you're getting off the hamster wheel and you're being like, no, I'm going to go and I'm just going to take a minute and I'm just going to look cute. And I'm just going to take a little time and a little effort. And I think in general, women are literally running from themselves. This is what I find all the time, especially in midlife, where it's just like run, 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 so that they don't have to connect back to themselves, and it's like, yes, be with yourself for a minute, love yourself enough to say, okay, I'm going to, feel and look good. By the way, and that can even be in sweatpants. But it's the cute sweatpants with the matching sweatshirt that make you feel pulled together, and the sneakers and the coat, and you're still in sweats, but you look great, and you feel good. And then when you do see someone at the grocery store or at the soccer field or, in town, when you're running some errands, you go up and you say hello. You're like, hey girl, how's it going? Because you feel good.
Yes, absolutely.
As opposed to like, oh, I'm running the other way,
Completely. I love it. And let's start in the closet. So we've kind of gone through, whether with our friend or a Rent a George kind of friend. And we've gotten rid of all the stuff that's torn and stained and doesn't fit or it's so dated,
and
right?
You're not wearing and you hate, and your grandmother gave to you, whatever. Like,
right.
Yes.
Colors, don't look fantastic. Give us some signature styles. Because here's the thing. There's going to be women who listen who really want to pull it together. It's just they haven't had the time to think about it, right? If they could just outsource it to someone like you, that would just be the easiest thing for them. And there's going to be other women who listen who are actually, they've got an elevated style already. They look and feel great, but they want to take it to the next level. So let's just give us some like looks that work for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, let's do the grocery store.
Okay. So you're going to the grocery store. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you like maybe like the top sort of 5 items. I mean, I'll send you to the grocery store in an outfit, but I'm going to say the top 5 items that you should have in your closet that I think will just be so good for you. But to answer your question, you're going to the grocery store, then you definitely want to have, like a great pair of jeans that fit you beautifully. And then you also want to have like, beautiful, like if you're going to do like the yoga pants or the sweatpants that fit you. And I say have a hookup, that will match. So it's like a whole thing that matches. And that will be like a great look.
So what does that
And
mean? A
then
hookup? What is a hookup? But I don't
like,
know.
like if it's like the top that goes with the bottom,
Got it. A
you know what I mean?
matching.
Like a
Like, yes,
matching,
like an
yes,
ensemble. Yeah.
yes. Um, and that would be amazing. Um, Also, I think that it's great to have like, a cool pair of sneakers,
Hmm.
um, and like a really good pair of flats that can also be worn with your jeans that you can really run around in. A comfortable, cool shoe
Yeah.
that, really lets you move and be mobile and
Yeah.
still look fabulous.
Yeah.
In the winter, it could be a lug sole boot. Like, so again, what do you want to do? Go to Pinterest, comfortable, cool shoes. Boom, look at all the stuff that comes up,
Got it.
you know? All right. So you've got like a fabulous pair of jeans that fit you. And really, by the way, there's so much stretch and cool jeans, like that will really be flattering. But if you want me to give you like a couple brands, I would say DL 1961. I would
Hmm.
say Mother Jeans. I would say AG have a lot of stretch. And then again, you got to kind of know your body a little bit, right? Like, so mid rise versus low rise versus high rise, it just depends. There's so many different body types, and I could do a whole 2 hour show on fitting denim. So we're not going to, but just a cool pair of jeans with stretch that make you feel and look fabulous. You've got the cool sweats. Usually, if you're going to do the pant, you want to do the matching top. And if you're going to do your yoga pants, which you are running around in, that's fine. But do like a modern, cool sweater or sweatshirt to go over your yoga pants. And then I would tell you to have, so you've got your jeans, you've got your sweats, you've got your yoga pants. You need a jacket, a very cool moto jacket.
Mm.
Like it could be in leather, it could be in faux leather, it could be in a cotton twill, it could be in a wool, like it just a fabulous modern looking moto jacket. I suggest either leather or faux leather because when you put that on with your long sleeve t-shirt and then your yoga pants and then your sneaks, you're in your yoga pants, but you look cool.
Okay.
So, and that moto jacket is great over a dress. It's great with a white t-shirt and jeans. It's great with a pair of dress pants and a cashmere sweater. Like it just makes everything cool. So you got to
Okay.
have a moto jacket.
Okay. Got it.
Um, and then I would also say, a fabulous blazer. I'm first of all, I'm the jacket king. I love jackets in a
Me
woman's
too,
wardrobe. I
too.
just think it's great. So I just think because jackets make everything in your closet look new. So you can take all those t-shirts, all those sweaters, all those blouses, and if you've got fabulous jackets and you put it over those things, they look amazing. So get a blazer that looks great on you. I suggest, that's a blazer that's in a fabulous color. If you don't have a navy, start with a navy, but then the navy, if you do have a navy, then get like a red or a pink or a blue, like a fabulous blazer that's just going to be amazing. And I love the look of the Veronica Beard blazers. I don't know if you ladies have heard of that. And if you haven't, you can look her up, Veronica Beard, because it's got like a double breasted and it cuts away at the bottom. So it's
Mm.
very flattering. Um, and then and she has the Dickies, which go into the zip in the blazers. And, they have a hood and sometimes it's a denim and they're expensive, but you can achieve that look. So if you've got your little blazer, then you put your little hoodie underneath, then you do your little white t-shirt, then you do your yoga pants or your jeans and your sneaks. And guess what? Run around like that, go to the soccer game like that, pick up the kids from school like that, go have lunch with a girlfriend like that. Like you look amazing, right?
Sounds
So you've got
amazing.
so you've got your blazer, you've got your
Yeah.
moto jacket, you've got your jeans, you've got your sweats, you've got your hookup, you've got your sneakers, you've got your flats. You need a fabulous heel, whatever heel height works for you, mid heel, kitten heel, high heel. If you want to do a heel and you're afraid that your feet are going to kill you, especially midlife, right? We're a little older, and
Mm.
because it's too high of a pitch, do a platform or do like a block heel or do like a kitten heel, but a little heel with, that looks fabulous, that maybe has a little embellishment on it or whatever, makes anything look super cool and feminine. So
Love
you
it.
could have like, like a ripped jean and then you do a heel and a t-shirt and a blazer. You look so cool.
So
Like,
cool.
and it's classic too. It's not like you're looking trendy and, no one's asking you to show skin or cleavage or, or tight or bodycon. These are all just great items. And then, get into it. Listen, if you're killing yourself at Pilates 5 days a week and you've got a trainer and you're running and you are one of those girls, then guess what? Get the sexiest little bodycon dress and have it and wear it and show everyone that figure that you work so hard for. Have at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just depends. Like, I just think if you walk away with anything from this podcast, walk away with, what am I going to do for myself? I'm going to take 5 to 10 minutes a day to figure out what I want to wear and how I can feel good and how I can give myself that time and attention and love so that when I walk out the door, I feel put together. Start there.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
With your own taste level, with your own, and then re-listen to this podcast and listen to all the tips and tricks we're giving you that are specific.
100%. And it'll be in the show notes too. Like, I'll list like what you're saying in terms of what items to absolutely must have in your closet. What's your thought on caps? Like the baseball cap when you're doing you see like that look with is that a more millennial look? Like, I don't get into any of that shit. I love to swear. Okay. Like I just don't, because I think it gets people's attention and that's why I like to do it. So I don't like trends and is it millennial? Is it Gen Z? Like, who gives a shit? Like, do you feel cute when you wear a baseball hat? Wear a baseball hat and put the ponytail out in the back. And, and if I was going to get regional, so I won't. But let's just say if you live in a certain part of the country, you like your sparkles and you're wearing your baseball hat with the sparkles. Do I personally love that look? No, I don't. Would I dress a client in it? Probably not. But if it makes you happy and you love it, wear it. Okay.
So I think that I think that you can definitely do that. I'm not one of those stylists that say when I give do's and don'ts, I'm giving the do's that make you look and feel fabulous. And I would say the don'ts that don't make you feel good. So, if you're a hat girl, I mean, you could wear a beret, wear a newsboy hat, wear a bucket hat, wear a cloche if you want to. Like, I mean, whatever makes you feel good. Yeah. But I would say try and just remember, here's the thing. Remember that hat is saying something to the world. Yes. And just make sure that it is saying what you want it to. That's all. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't say, don't do this, do that. Because if you love hats, wear it. But it does make a statement and it does say something. Yeah. So that's all there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's, part of the reason why I asked that, I think, is when you see a lot of these quote unquote influencers who are doing the fashion, they all have that black with the the NY, cap going with the black and the beige sweater and this whole look. And it does feel a little more like a look, if you will. And so I guess if you admire and like that look, do it. I think part of the other thing that I'm seeing is just like a sea of sameness. And the whole idea that I kind of am getting from you is like, look and feel the most like you, right? I mean, and if that feels like you and you feel cute in that New York cap, put it on. But if it feels like you're a poser, then don't, right? I mean, is this what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, yes. Well, because the thing is that like when I dress people, and I have all different kinds of clients that I dress. I have celebrity, I have regular ladies. Like, ladies, feel free, to reach out to me on any social media, and you know what, you can hire me as well. Like, I have all different kinds of clients. But the thing is, I don't change you. I turn the dial 3 degrees to the left or 3 degrees to the right, and you just look like your best self. So if those looks that you see in the influencers aren't you, don't do it. Women will say to me, well, it's all about the high-waisted jean. And I don't look good in a high-waisted jean because I have a belly and I feel like it makes my belly stick out. Don't wear a high-waisted jean. Yeah. That's why the jean companies, have mid-rise, low-rise. Now, is it hard right now to find a low-rise skinny jean? Yes, of course it is, because it's not really, but they're out there. Yeah. I just had a client the other day in Los Angeles who's a television writer, and she wanted low-rise jeans because when she wears the higher-waisted jeans, it hurts her tummy because it pulls in on her tummy. And at the end of the day, she has a very sensitive tummy and she doesn't feel good. So guess what? We're not wearing high-waisted jeans. Yeah. Like, who cares? Does it mean she's not cool? No, it doesn't.
Yes. All right. I'm
amazed.
No, it's perfect. I love that you said that. And I am a mid-rise person myself. I just can't, I don't like the look of how the high rise cuts me. And I don't like the way it feels on I just feel suffocated in it. So I avoid it, but it looks fantastic on so many women. So people can just go play with that. One of the questions somebody asked about was body image related. So what do you advise your clients who want to lose weight, but need to dress for their body as it is? And avoiding like hiding. Well, that's a separate one, hiding beneath your clothes. So you need to dress your body as is, but you want to lose weight. So they're wondering how to style themselves. Like, do you go, like, how do you approach
here's
that?
what I will say. You have to dress the body that you're in as if it was the body that you want. Because if you don't, every time you look in the mirror, you're not going to like what you see. And if you keep coming from that place of not liking what you see and not loving yourself, guess what? You're never going to lose the weight. You're never going to get to where you want to because you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're saying to yourself, I'm not good. I don't look good now. I can't wear clothes. I can't go out there. And then you think that that's going to motivate you to get out there and go to the gym and feel good. No, it's not. So what you have to do is dress this body that you're in, get the clothes in the size that you need to, that fit you and that look good on you. So if you're wearing a 12 and you want to get down to the 8, but right now you're not, get the 12s, get the larges, get the jeans with the stretch, put a belt on, let us see your waist, like put a heel on, do your makeup, do your hair, like go with the fabulous accessories. Don't hide in big black muumuus because that's just going to make you look worse. And you're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to like that either. So dress this body, fit it in the clothes, wear the colors that look good on you, wear the things that you like, and you'll start to feel good. And you'll be like, no, it's not quite where I want to be, but at least I feel put together. I feel pretty. I'm wearing beautiful colors. I'm wearing beautiful fabrics. I'm wearing a little heel. I blew out my hair. I've got makeup on, and that will take you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
That's perfect. And maybe this goes with it though. So it's somebody saying like, I tend to hide beneath my clothes, self-conscious about the backside and the waist. Should I be wearing fitted clothes or, they're doing more of the baggy look apparently.
So here's the thing. So, it's really funny. I really found this out when I started dressing theater people, celebrities on Broadway. Because I would have like a larger woman, curvy girl, and, we would start trying on clothes and she would be like, yeah, but it's a little bit big here. And I would look at her like, whoa. And she'd be like, I don't know. The sleeve makes it look like, and I was so surprised at the level of detail. And this was years and years ago. And she said to me, you have to remember something. She's like, I'm used to having my clothes made for me and fitted for me because that's what happens on stage so that you can completely see the silhouette from a distance when you go to the theater. That's why those clothes are made for those people, right? And if they do buy off the rack for them, they have them totally altered so that they completely fit them. It's the same thing in real life. If everything is big and baggy, then we don't see a shape on you.
Right.
So if you look at someone like Jennifer Lopez, who has, she's got a smoking body, but she's big on the bottom, bigger than I know that she would like to be, but bigger than she would like to be.
Yeah, maybe.
And so my point is, she knows how to dress that body. So you always see a waist on her. You always see it fitted. And then, a lot of times she'll do like a high waisted because it comes in at the waist, and then a fuller leg pant because she doesn't want the pant gripping her thighs. So it just depends. But sometimes you see and that's why I feel like, and the Kardashians, right, are like extremely curvy. Not that any of you ladies want to aspire to be a Kardashian, but it's a good thing to look at because that's why they like those cat suits, because you get to see everything and they actually look smaller than if they were wearing big baggy clothes. So you just have to see a shape on you somewhere so that you don't look just like a big, a baggy sort of pile of clothes. So it could be, make sure it fits in the shoulders, fits in the bust. And then if you wanted to ease away, that's the line that I do on QVC, logo by Lori Goldstein. She really gets that. Fits in the shoulders, fits in the bust, and then it eases away and all her tops are a little bit longer. So look on QVC.com, look at Lori Goldstein. Those clothes are fabulous if you're feeling a little bit, and then bright colors, and she's got prints, and it's all wonderful. And then, a legging on the bottom, or a skinnier pant, or a skinnier jean, just so we see shape somewhere. Yes. And if you're worried about your middle and you want to cover that, then you wear longer tops that ease around the hips, but they have to fit in the shoulders and fit in the bust and have a nice arm so that we get to see shape. And then it looks really good with your legging or a nice skinny pant, and then do a heel. I'm telling you, if you can deal with heels on a platform or a wedge or a block, it's always going to make you feel and look leaner.
Yeah, I do like a wedge. I don't know, just because I'm shorter too. So I like a little bit of height. So I've always leaned towards a wedge. Okay. So we're going to clear the closet, get the colors in that complement our eyes and and our complexion. We can play with that. Did you just say that on the Today Show, the Color Me Beautiful? So that's still around, by the way. Is that still around?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You can look at Color Me, or in my book, I talk about it. I really differentiate, and I have different names for each different kind of skin tone. So check out my book
out. I did. I just pulled it out recently. I'm like, wait, what did George say? And it's funny. The last time I had you on, it was during COVID, and we weren't going to the salons, and I had colored my hair, and I swear I've got dark brown hair. For a lot of my audience has never seen me, I guess. And it was like blondish. Like you were like, I remember going, I like your hair. You could wear so many colors with it. I'm like, yeah, my palette had sort of shifted, but it's back to being dark again. But yeah,
totally.
Right. So it's kind of funny. So the hair color does make a difference. And so we're going to play with all that. We're going to get all the basics that you talked about. Just give me a night outlook. Because I feel like it's time to meet your friends. You're mastering, you're going to run to the market, the kids' soccer game, whatever it is, you look good. You're going out to meet friends and you're like, I have nothing to wear, even though you get all this stuff. What are you
Well, I feel like, I think a lot of women love to do jeans and a really nice, beautiful silk top and a heel. And that's kind of a look for a lot of different women. And I think that's great. But again, see, if you have the moto jacket, you throw the moto jacket over the silk blouse with a pair of jeans and a heel and a little shoulder bag, and you look fabulous. But I also think it's great to have what I call the LPD, the little perfect dress. Yes. Not the little black dress, the little perfect dress. A dress that does everything that you want it to do. I think it's great when you're going out, have a dress. A one-piece wonder, whether it's a dress or a jumpsuit. Like, I just think it's so chic and it's so cool. And it's a one piece. I know the jumpsuits, and sometimes it's, makes it more difficult to go to the ladies' room. But, it's super cool. So I think a night out is, a fabulous, sexy top and pair it with a pair of jeans and a heel, or a wonderful dress that just makes you look and feel fabulous, or a fabulous jumpsuit.
Okay. Love that. And I'm just thinking of one of my friends that you style, and every time I see her, she looks fantastic. Stephanie, you know who you are.
Yeah. She loves the jumpsuit.
Yeah. Well, she looks adorable in everything that you've put her in. I just love the look. And so I just think, if you've got the basics, you've got the foundation to get out the door and to look and feel great. In terms of the midlife, we're not going to think about that. It's really what I'm taking away is not what age you are. It's how do you want to look and feel, and dressing in a way that makes you look and feel great, right?
Absolutely. So, yes, I think a lot of women will say, I'm 55 years old, or I'm 60 years old. I don't want to look like I'm trying to look like my daughter or my granddaughter.
Yes.
And I think that that's so much more in your head than it is in anyone else's head. Because the thing is, forget about that. Just think about what you want to say. I think, at 65, at 70, you can still look sexy. Look at Helen Mirren. I mean, she's gorgeous, and she dresses beautifully. And, so it's just about, always knowing what are your assets and what are your challenges. And I know a lot of, 60, 70-year-old women who still have great legs. And if you want to wear, like a short dress and maybe with a heel or a lower heel, do it. You've got good legs, do it. If you feel like you want to, cover up their legs. I mean, as we get older, I think, women have more issues, right? I don't want people to see my age spots. I don't want to show my arms or whatever. Okay, I understand that, and I respect that. But there's ways of doing it, right? Maybe you don't want to show your arms, but you still want to look kind of sexy. Wear a beautiful mesh top. You know what I mean? Which covers your arms, but sort of, you see the skin coming through, and then maybe you're, wearing like, a great, sweater over it, or a little cardigan over it, or a little jacket over it, that's thrown over your shoulders. I mean, there's just a million different ways that you can do it. So I think that don't worry about if something looks too young or too old. Just worry about you looking fabulous.
Love
There's
it.
a difference.
Just give us favorite brands to shop. You gave us the jeans, but I love the idea of the blazer, the jacket. Couple just favorite places to like pick up that cute, blazer or jacket or something would be great.
I think last time I probably said this. I think going to a department store is always wonderful. I know a lot of women are probably rolling their eyes in their head right now and thinking, "Oh my God, it's so overwhelming." But the good news about a department store is you have all the different brands under one roof.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's really good to do. But if you're going to ask me, like, some of my favorite, things, what do I personally like to dress women in? So if you're looking for like preppy, conservative kind of, sort of that kind of look, I think Jay McLaughlin can be great, and kind of preppy and classic and kind of chic on that end. But I also like, and I think I probably said this last time too, I think Club Monaco is a little bit more modern, a little bit more refined. I think that can be kind of cool. Both sort of very kind of mid to like higher price points that you're not going to walk in those stores and find $39.99. If you're asking me about $39.99, go to Zara. It's great. But if you're going to go to one of those stores, you better get out your Pinterest board. You better do your tear sheets. You better put that mood board together, because you'll be so overwhelmed. I can go in there and get things for people because I know specifically what I'm looking for and putting together that look. And you're going to talk about those stores when you go to a Zara or an H&M or a Century 21. What you're going to find in those stores are absolutely the trends, because that's fast fashion.
Yeah.
And those girls come in there and those are throwaway clothes for so many people, and they want whatever the latest trends are. So I'm sending you to stores that are a little bit more classic.
Yes.
And I think I have to tell you, Ann Taylor, don't discount Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff there.
Yeah.
And if you want the casual end of that, is Ann Taylor Loft, very inexpensive, which is wonderful. And, I think that Aritzia is a store that is kind of cool. That's kind of mid price point. It can be a little young, but it also has like cool things in there. Again, I did say that I love Club Monaco. As far as designers go, like I love Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, of course. I have to say, if you're looking for like really fun evening clothes, going to like cocktail events and wanting to look like modern and kind of cool with a little classic, I love Alice and Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah. And wonderful. And then if you want like, now this is definitely more expensive, ladies. So this would be like, your splurge items. I love, and she's definitely having a huge moment right now, is Veronica Beard. And they have freestanding stores. Veronica Beard is for your blazer and just all kinds of cool things. But if you also like long, flowy dresses, Misa, Misa, they do beautiful things. There's dresses. If you love dresses, Shoshana is another great line. You can find great Shoshana dresses. Trina Turk does a lot of cool things. You want sleek, pared down, sort of monochromatic is, Theory. And if you want like those yoga cool sweats, I'm obsessed with Alo, ALO. You can go online and get it. I wear it. They do men's and women's. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. ALO, they have a big flagship store in New York on Fifth Avenue. That is amazing.
You were so generous. That was such an amazing list. And then I was like, oh, good. Do you know that I have a Ann Taylor silk blouse from like 15 years ago that looks brand new?
Yeah, their stuff is great, especially if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you kind of do your homework and you go into one of those stores, you can just clean up.
Totally. And I do think it's worth paying for quality, because I think a lot of the quality of the lower, like the Zars, and it's just like you said, it's throwaway stuff. You're not going to have it for 15. You're not going to have it for 15 years.
Ladies, call me though. Let me.
That's where I was going. Yeah. So that's exactly what I was going to say. So for those of you who gets overwhelming and it's not so fun, that's what I was just going to ask. You do work with people. So where will I direct them, George? Because this has been amazing.
You can find me on social media at my name, George Brescia.
Yeah.
But you can also email me. I'll give you my email, which is George B Style NY, all one word, George B Style NY at Gmail. I have so many people that just email me that I've never met. I work virtually. So if you live in a different part of the country, I work virtually a lot, and it's been so successful. I have a store here that I work with, and I send clothes. First, we go through your closet and we go through all of your items. I've done this with so many people, I can't even count anymore.
Oh, and Lisa also looks amazing that you style. Sorry.
Yes, Lisa Genova.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go through your closet.
Yes.
And then we get rid of what's not working, and we pare it down, and we get and then I go to the store and I curate I send anywhere from 2 to 4 boxes worth of clothes. I send you a lot. They don't charge you. And we try on everything, and I put it all into outfits and color stories. And you keep what you want, send back what you don't. She only charges you for what you keep. And then I'm yours for whatever event. We put things together, and it works out beautifully. So that is something that has been very, very successful.
I love it. Thank you. And I did need to give Lisa Genova a shout out because she connected us. So thank you, Lisa,
yes,
for that.
Yes, she sure did. I love her.
Yes, yes, we love Lisa. This has been amazing. Literally so many great takeaways. And I could visualize these outfits that you were putting together in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I want that whole look. That's what I want. So we're all going to play with what you talked about today. And if you want to reach out to George, all of the show notes for today will be over at thegoodlifecoach.com. And I'll link George's website, his Instagram, your email. Actually, do you have a website?
I do, georgebrescia.com.
Okay. So then I'm going to link that too. And so everything's going to be easy to find, or you can reach out to him directly. Thank you for your time today. You've always just bring so much fun and great energy to every conversation, and also just things that we can put into effect, which I appreciate it. So like we can do this, right?
Yes, we absolutely can. I'm here for it.
So am I. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you gained some new information or inspiration for your life. That the essence of this show is to really wake up to what's possible for you, to reclaim your beautiful voice, and to really learn to love and prioritize yourself. So if you gained any value from any of the conversations you've tuned into, make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast player. You can do that right now on your phone. And please do consider leaving a rating and review if you have yet to do so on Apple Podcasts. It's actually how more women can find the show. And I really want to grow a community of women who are loving themselves and living full on. So thank you as always for tuning in. And I look forward to reconnecting with you next Wednesday. Bye for now.